Hi there, and welcome to the AgilePoint Agentic AI Maturity Model Overview. Over this series of videos, we're going to highlight how AgilePoint provides the perfect vehicle to operationalize and scale agentic AI, starting with simple, straightforward use cases any organization can deploy today, all the way up to real-time agentic systems, leading to an intelligent and truly autonomous business. As a starting point, let's first examine the sorts of use cases any organization can deploy today and reflects where the market is at this point in time. These sorts of use cases are best thought of as task-centric agentic AI, and again, something your organization can deploy today, even as a newcomer to the AI space. While these use cases certainly have value, you might be surprised to learn that this is the ceiling for many vendors in the agentic space, whereas from an AgilePoint perspective, we are truly just getting started. So you might be wondering, what do we mean by task-centric AI? Well, it's when AI is plugged directly in to a structured or fixed automated process via an API call to make a given task more efficient. Now, while this is certainly a step forward, this sort of everyday AI leaves quite a bit of value on the table for the following reasons. Our agents are merely assistants, and again, improve the efficiency of one task in a larger process. They act merely as a recommender as opposed to an autonomous digital worker. What's more is because these agents are plugged into individual tasks, they lack the overall strategic and proprietary context of the end-to-end process, very crucial to agentic process orchestration. Furthermore, these agents execute merely in one way. There is no ability for them to adapt and learn on an ongoing basis your proprietary business context. And then finally, integration of the agents themselves is quite complex, about 100 times more so than typical line of business integration. And when you consider the rate of change in the AI space, this further compounds that issue. So with that being said, let's jump into a demo that reflects these capabilities. So prior to running the application, let's first understand it here in design mode. So for today, we're going to be walking through a legal agreement reconciliation application, which essentially ensures that the key details of a legal contract are accurately reflected in downstream systems of record. Think about the systems that might be used by billing or support as an example, and the entire process is triggered by an event in my content platform. Once a new contract has been uploaded, you'll see here that we have a number of inline or task-centric agents from AgilePoint's OpenAI stencil that will first classify the agreement into a number of different types. And then from there, I've provided system instructions to help extract key details from these agreements. So using one of these here as an example, I'll first select which model I'm connecting to. And then as you're seeing, I have a number of tabs for system instructions. Goals or mission is to accurately extract structured metadata. Our skills are around contract parsing. We have various inputs, instructions, and outputs. Now, once we've extracted those details from the agreement, we're going to make a lookup and compare against the details stored in an existing system of record with visual cues to highlight any areas of discrepancy. To save some time, I've kicked off an instance previously, and as we mentioned, this process initiates based on an event, in this case, a file upload, in an existing content platform. Now bear in mind, these processes can always run against documents that are already in place. But let's move over to my next tab where I have AgilePoint's task list natively embedded into my content platform. And as you're seeing here, I have a task that's currently waiting for me. All right, so on the first tab of our form, we're going to see all of the relevant details that have been extracted from our agreement. You'll also see I have the ability to view the document here in line. Moving over to our next tab, we'll see that we have visual cues to highlight key areas of discrepancy between the details in the agreement and what's stored in our external system. Highlighting the signatories, and then finally, how would we like to harmonize the data? So here, as an example, I can select no change. I can upload a new document, which might kick off a new contracts management process, or simply update the metadata in my existing system of record with the details from the contract. And with that, we've completed level 1 in AgilePoint's Agentic AI Maturity Model. Looking forward to seeing you all in part 2.